Skin the Hardaway 7T. Back with another EP. And I got some breaking news, man. Got some breaking news. Hot off the press, man. Straight from the press. So, now there's some shit that I thought was coming. Knew it was coming. Felt it was coming. We're just waiting for it to happen. Knew it was coming. Thought it was coming. Felt it was coming. Just waiting for it to happen. So I got news straight from the source's mouth. Straight from the source's mouth. Straight from the WBC president's mouth. Straight from Mauricio Sulaiman's mouth. This just in, Canelo Alvarez is officially the 168th franchise champion of the world. Now, at this news, you got some people who rejoicing. You got some people who extremely happy right now. You know what I mean? You got some people who confused right now. You know what I mean? You got some people who pissed off right now. You know what I mean? But what does this news mean, Southern T? Well, let me give you some context around. All this stuff, that has happened or that's been happening. You know what I mean? So Canelo was good. H.I. Young, period, just sliding through. Canelo just had a fight against Dimitri Bivol at 175 for Dimitri Bivol's belt. Before that fight, it was rumors that Canelo may fight Jamal Charlo at 168 for the undisputed title, but he ended up fighting Dimitri Bivol. We all know that Canelo Alvarez lost that fight. Against Dimitri Bivol. You know what I mean? So right after the match with Dimitri Bivol, the rematch clause thing came about. Bivol said, I don't mind doing a rematch, but I'd want to do it at 168 in order to get undisputed. And then you had Canelo coming out and saying that, well, if we go fight again, then, we will have to fight at 168 because I don't want to fight at 175 anymore. And then later on, you had Bivol coming out and saying, well, you know what? I want to focus on undisputed at 175, so I'm cool on going to 168. So I reported this on my T, but I'm saying it again now. Bivol and Canelo probably is not going to happen. The fight that they're trying to push is Canelo versus Triple G. Now, I said all that to say this. Only way Canelo versus Triple G can happen is if Canelo Alvarez does decide to go back down to 168. You know what I mean? I need everybody that's in here right now to hit that like button for your boy. If you're in here and ain't hit the like button for your boy. Greatly appreciate it. But the only way that fight could happen, Triple G and Canelo, which is the fight that the zone is pushing for in Eddie Hearn, which he said on many occasions, is if Triple G comes up to 168, right? But by rule, if Canelo goes back down to 168, he will most definitely have to fight, one of the guys in position at 168, one of his mandatories. You got David Benavidez, who's the interim WBC champion. You got Demetrius Andrade and Zach Parker, who's about to fight for the WBO mandatory. You got David Morrell Jr., who's the WBA regular champion. So by default, he's the mandatory at 168 in the WBA. You know what I mean? So you got those three guys who would have to be in line before Canelo could even fight Triple G at 168. At the 168-pound division, right? So by rule, Canelo wouldn't be allowed to fight Triple G if he go back down to 168 because he got mandatories for the WBC, WBO, and WBA. Well, WBA is the next mandatory that's in line, and a WBA mandatory is David Benavidez. David Benavidez just beat David Lemieux this weekend in a damn good fight, you know what I mean? Exciting fight. He stopped David Lemieux in 3 rounds, I think. You know what I mean? 2 or 3 rounds. Did David Benavidez stop David Lemieux in? You know what I mean? So he was issued the WBA interim title. Well, today, late last night, early this morning, not really sure what time it is. I got the news this morning, so I'm bringing it to you right now. Mauricio Sulaiman has officially made Canelo Alvarez the WBC franchise champion. Southern T, what does that mean? Well, that means, first of all, I need y'all to hit that like button. Y'all roll on in. Y'all jump in and jump out. I see a lot of people jump in and jump out, but ain't nobody hit my like button for me. When y'all jump in and jump out, hit the like button for me. Southern T, what that mean? Well, this means that when you're the franchise champion, you don't necessarily have to defend your mandatories in your division. So that means your mandatory is going to be given a belt, and he's going to be the one that has to defend your mandatories. So this way, Canelo Alvarez doesn't have to fight David Benavidez at all. He could keep his belt. What's good, Anwar Willis? Appreciate you sliding through this, John. Anwar Willis. What's good, pimp? He don't have to fight David Benavidez at all. As far as the WBC go, he could fight, anybody he want, and he'll still be able to keep his franchise belt. David Benavidez is going to be the one who's forced to fight, the mandatories and all that good stuff. Now, I said all that to say this. This is what really is the problem with boxing. Too many loopholes, too many sanctioning bodies working for fighters, not calling it right down the middle. We got these rules, right? The sanctioning bodies got these rules. They're supposed to be rules to keep us in place, to keep things steady, to keep things consistent. But you got people like Mauricio Sulaiman, who's at the top of the food chain, and he's constantly bending and twisting and turning rules as they go. Originally, the franchise belt couldn't even be transferred. You know what I mean? And I think it's always kind of funny how when it comes with Canelo Alvarez, there's always something extra. You know what I mean? Why is it that this is the second time Canelo Alvarez has got a franchise title when he was supposed to, defend his belt in a fight in which the people wanted to see? The first time it was Charlo. This time it's David Benavidez. And now you got some people who so blinded to the fact and what's really going on. You got some people right now who just so hell-bent on, let's get David Benavidez in the ring with Charlo. They can't even see that the real play is to keep David Benavidez and Charlo away from Canelo Alvarez. You know what I mean? Which is the whole reason that this franchise belt was put into existence to begin with, was to get Triple G away from his mandatory shot against Charlo. You know what I mean? That's what's the whole point of this. Anyway, y'all do your boy a favor when y'all roll on in. Hit that like button for your boy. Hit that like button right now. I'm in here for a good time, not a long time. Shout out my guy Marvin Davis. Marvin Davis, can you do your boy a favor, Marvin? Can you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel when you come in? Shout out my guy Marvin. Appreciate you sliding through this jump. But yes, breaking news. Canelo Alvarez is the 168-pound franchise champion. So he doesn't have to fight, David Benavidez in a fight, which I think is extremely, extremely sad for boxing. This is another fight that we probably should get that we won't get. So we have Canelo Alvarez, who's going to be competing in the 168-pound division, who is not going to have to fight his mandatory David Benavidez. He's not. It's like the people in charge, the sanctioning bodies, they keep making ways for Canelo Alvarez to not have to fight good fights. He stepped up to fight Bivol, cool, great fight. He fought Caleb Plant, cool, great fight. But one or two good fights is not enough. You know what I mean? We're not asking fighters, give us one good fight, give us two good fights, and we be satisfied. No, we want you to continue to fight the people who have earned and worked their way into position to fight you, which is what David Benavidez, which is what Jamal Charlo, which is what David Benavidez, which is what David Morrell Jr. has done. You know what I mean? If you're going to come back down, Canelo Alvarez to 168, you should fight David Benavidez or Morrell or Boo Boo Andrade, Zach Parker, or whoever. You know what I mean? Fight some of the top guys in your division. You know what I mean? But instead, he's going to come back down, and they're going to give him a franchise belt, to make it even easier on him. In this division. So I just knew that Canelo Alvarez was, backed into a corner. I was like, okay, boom. He just fought Bivol. If he go up, he got Beterbiev and Zerto. If he come down, he got Benavidez, Morrell, Andrade. You know what I mean? But boom, out of nowhere, Mauricio Sulaiman comes out with this WBC franchise championship, and Canelo Alvarez is out of taking his mandatories, just like that. Y'all do me a favor, 11 people here. Y'all hit this like button for me right now. I got 7 likes. I got 11 people in here right now. Y'all just coming in, hit that like button for me. I'm in here for a good time, not a long time. So do your boy his just do. Give your boys just do. Hit that like button for me, man. Y'all be acting real stingy with my like button. I don't appreciate that. But yes, Mauricio Sulaiman did make Canelo Alvarez the WBC 168 franchise champion. That's what this whole, Southern Tea was about. Here for a good time, not a long time. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all smash my like button, man. That shit free. But I'm out this jump, man. Appreciate you sliding through this jump, skin the hard way, Southern Tea. This ain't the past. This ain't the future, but just the present. That's how we rocking. And I'm out. Love.